Hello YouTubers, welcome to the Ruffleberry Pwnecake channel. I'm your host as always, Jesse, and we're here on the Jesse Hill's Airsoft Corner. I did an episode on the Tar-21 recently, and I completely dropped the ball on a topic that's really common for the model of the Tavor in the Airsoft world. And I want to apologize for not really making that clear in my past videos. I looked on the site that I bought it off of and was like, oh crap, I knew I forgot something. So I'm going to be talking primarily, as you can see in the description above of what the video is about, how to mount a sling if you don't want to spend a lot of money. Now the problem with a lot of these bullpup designs is either they have really weird sling points, which require you to buy specialty sling mounts that take up space on your rail, or those really high dollar single point straps that go here that are very difficult to find because they're universal, or those universal clips that just go through that back metal hole and just hang. But the problem is they can run up to $80, and I know that a lot of airsofters do not want to spend that much money on something like that after spending a lot of money on a piece of quality like this. So I figured, hey, let's do something like an instructional video on how to do so. What you're going to need is a knife, maybe a lighter or something to cut the paracord. I use paracord because it's both strong, weather resistant, and durable, and it's easy to afford. First, I mounted paracord, as you can see, wrapping around the gun right here, and I tied it in a knot just above here to make sure that it didn't get in the way of the sight here. So I tied it around there, and I found initially when I attached my single point sling, and for those of you that don't know what a single point sling is, it's essentially a sling that just clips to one part of your gun, and that's what that is. See, as you can tell, it hangs just flat, and you can hang your gun there. I use it for my Uzi, but it's just attached to one spot. You don't want those double points, because the double point slings for this, they sell them individually, which I think is baloney, but they sell a piece that goes on your rail, and that can take up rail space, which can be inconvenient if you have a GoPro or something on your gun. But it can be really inconvenient for you players. I know it's inconvenient for me, and it costs too much for what it is. So I figured you hang it here. Now they do come with a sling point that has D-rings all around it, but it's uncommon, and when you do find it, it usually goes either really fast or it just costs too much. So I did that, and I attached the sling point right here. I mounted it to a couple strings. Now the problem with that is it will teeter-totter. It'll do this because all the weight's in the back. It'll do this, and it's uncomfortable, and I figured, well, what the heck am I going to do? I sat back and thought for a moment, and what I did was I took a single string of paracord, and I looped it in a U, and I put the two ends, after I burned them from fraying, and I stuck them through, and I applied it. I took the inner part of the sling and looped it through there, but you make sure the sling is above it, because if you don't, it won't attach. But I looped it through, and I tied a monkey knot fist on the inside here, so it's going to hang a lot better without teeter-tottering and everything like that. And it's actually surprisingly versatile and adjustable. So let me show you what it looks like briefly. Again, this is only going to cost you a couple bucks. If you got any paracord, then it'll save you plenty of money. But if you have a sling or something, and you don't want to have to run the risk of having to buy a new one and spending all that money on a brand spanking new one, this is a good answer to that, and it's just as durable or better. So I'll show you. The way I have it made, again, that inside strap going to that metal hole where that single point is supposed to be, goes there, holds it there without it teeter-tottering like so, and it holds it there like a pistol. And then you can just pick it up and move forward. See how easy that is? But the best part is you can just simply pull the strap around your shoulder, and it hangs like that with no problem. And again, it's easy access. So it makes it for a much better I guess much better build than the crap they're wanting to sell you. As you can tell, it just hangs really easily. It's not a lot of money. If you got paracord readily available, then it's not going to cost you anything. And if you have a strap, again, you don't have to spend a lot of money. You're going to be spending pennies for the paracord. And if you already have one of these or are going to buy one, you don't have to worry about buying a specialty sling or a specialty mount. It won't matter. So this is a very good answer to that. And it's pretty easy to control. And I put a little extra paracord in case something bad happened to the cord itself. I needed to cut some off and replace it or something like that. So it's definitely a cheaper answer to that. Well, guys, I want you guys to remember, when you are playing airsoft, wear full seal protection, goggles or face mask. I prefer face mask to keep from chipping teeth or splitting lips open. Make sure you have that on at all times when playing. When you aren't playing, make sure the gun is unloaded with the magazines away from it inside a gun bag. or something like that, or a carrying case. Make sure when you are playing but not shooting, keep a gun cover, a barrel cover, just to be sure that nothing bad can happen. I mean, even if, for instance, an AEG doesn't have the magazine, it can still have a pellet in the feeder. So if you accidentally pull the trigger, I've seen this, you can ricochet and hit somebody or something like that. So just additional safety. Also, be sure to play in a sanctioned area that will allow you to play airsoft or has no problem with that. That's away from people, because the last thing you want is someone to get shot on accident. Well, guys, this is Jesse Hill in the Jesse Hill Airsoft Corner, signing off. You guys have a wonderful day.